Hi students, this is Suchadatta teaching SST and here I am to teach you the 9th chapter of class 7th history, and the name of the chapter is The Making of Regional Culture. You have big huge kingdoms, centralized kingdoms who have big domain, big authority. But there are always regional powers, that is people who become important in one region or another. And these regional powers generally give rise to regional cultures. Today also, if you have to describe a person, you generally associate him with the language that he speaks. A person who speaks Punjabi is Punjabi. A person who speaks South Indian language is a South Indian, and so on. And also the kind of food that a person eats, he is associated, described accordingly. A rice eating could be from Bengal, whereas a person from Punjab will have a different diet to eat. So, the language and food of a person are the factors which describe his identity. Now, the regional cultures that we are talking of, they did not evolve overnight. They are in fact the results of the local traditions intermingling with the culture traditions which have come from outside the subcontinent or from the other parts of the subcontinent. So, a great effort of intermixing has resulted in the making of diverse and rich regional cultures in India. Now, let us see about the language Malayalam. You see, there was a king named Mahodeyapuram. He ruled in the 9th century and he was a Chera ruler and he belonged to the present day Kerala. Here, the language that was spoken, that is the regional language, was Malayalam. And this is in fact the first language which got so much of importance that even the official documents were written in Malayalam. Then came in the temple theatre in Kerala and the writings in Kerala, which were indebted to Sanskrit. So, the penetration of Sanskrit language started in Kerala also. That means the Sanskrit literature and the regional literature, both of them were developing side by side. It worked out so nicely that later on, when Leela Tilakam was written, it was attributed as written in two great languages, that is the diamond and the coral language, which means Malayalam and Sanskrit. So, this is how the regional culture language develops. Now, let us talk about the Jagannath cult and the tradition which comes from there. As far as Jagannath is concerned, in fact, it is Lord Vishnu who is associated with Puri in Orissa. Now, this Lord Jagannath was a local god who was thought to be the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. King Anantavarman, who belonged to the Ganga dynasty, built a beautiful temple at Puri in honor of Lord Jagannath. The later king which came also associated himself with the Lord and dedicated his kingdom and called himself as the representative of Lord Jagannath on earth.